Oh, hi there! Welcome to another episode of the Okanagan Gardener and Forager channel. If you're like me, you may have noticed that it can be hard to avoid accumulating toxins in your body these days. But the good news is there's some plants that can help with that. So I'm going to talk to you about 3 common plants that can be used to help detoxify, and I'll show you an easy way to use them. Just a quick reminder that this is not medical advice, and I am not a doctor. But I will say that these 3 plants that I'm going to talk to you about are commonly used and have been commonly used for quite some time. So hopefully that's helpful. Yarrow, scientific name Achillea millefolium. You can know it by these leaves, which are highly pinnately divided, and they look like fern leaves. And the flowers grow on long solitary stems. They don't look like this, but it's late in the season, so that's what they look like now. Anyway, yarrow leaves, flowers, and stems can be used to make a tea, and they contain alkaloids that have been shown to reduce clotting. Also, the tea stimulates circulation and stimulates sweating, which can help eliminate toxins and help cleanse the liver. The next plant I'll tell you about that is useful for detoxifying is dandelion. And here is common dandelion. It's a little squished down. We've had some snow. Common dandelion, scientific name is Taraxacum officinale, and you can know it by the leaves, which can have these triangular backward pointing lobes, and they are almost totally hairless, and they grow in a basal rosette, and later on when they're flowering, there's the yellow flower which comes up the middle. Anyway, dandelion, after it snows, is a good time to use the root, and the root is good for detoxifying the liver, but the root and leaves both are good for detoxifying the liver and the kidneys, and partly by stimulating urination. Dandelion leaves often look like this with these backward facing triangle lobes, but they don't always. Sometimes they're highly variable leaves, so they can look more solid like this, or like these ones over here. The third plant useful for detoxifying is catnip, scientific name Nepetacataria. It has a square stem. Well, maybe first thing you'd notice is the smell. It has a musty, sweet, sort of minty smell, and it has these leaves which are triangular to heart-shaped, serrated edges, and it has a square stem and the whole plant is covered in little white hairs. Now, catnip has long been used to make teas using the leaves, stems, and flowers, and the tea can stimulate sweating and help to purify the blood. It also has a calming effect and can help to relieve anxiety and restlessness. Here I have dandelion leaves, catnip leaves, yarrow leaves, and I found some mullein, so I thought I'd add that in there too to help clear out the lungs. They said I'd show you an easy way to use them, and I don't know if it gets much easier than this. I'm going to take some of the leaves, cut them up, and then I'm going to put boiling water on them. The yarrow smells really good. I don't know how to... It almost smells piney to me. And the catnip smells like a little minty. And it smells even better as you cut them. The dandelion doesn't have much of a smell. Can't really smell it anymore now that all I smell is catnip anyway. And mullein. And I'm using this French press, which has this screen to screen out the little hairs in the mullein. I'll add boiling water. I didn't measure any of these, but if I were to, I would do it by weight, and I would go 1 part fresh plant material to 16 parts water. And yeah, boiling kettle. Go. let it sit for 5 minutes. Five minutes are up. Oh, making a mess. I'm having 1 cup now, and the rest I'll save in the fridge for 24 hours. Taste test time for my yarrow, dandelion, mullein, and catnip tea. The strongest flavor and smell is the catnip. It smells minty, and I can taste the yarrow. It tastes to me kind of like what I think a pine tree would taste or smell like, and it's not bitter. It tastes good, and like I apparently always say, it tastes fresh. And yes, once again, I am not giving medical advice. I'm just some guy drinking some water that I put on some boiling water that I put on some leaves, which some sources say can help to detoxify your body. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you've got some other ideas about how to detoxify, and maybe consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.